Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Kayce may have reversed the Dutton curse with his vital decision in Yellowstone Season 5. Kayce Dutton, Luke Grimes, might have made a life-changing decision in Yellowstone Season 5, saving himself from the Dutton family curse. Kayce's story has had many compelling turns as he balances the responsibilities of trying to save the Dutton ranch while prioritizing Tate, Breckin Merrill, and Monica, Kayce as Bill. After Moses brings plenty, helps Kayce interpret his visions following the death of his father, John Dutton, Kevin Costner, his path becomes clear. Kayce's visions in the Yellowstone Season 4 finale suggest the youngest Dutton would have to choose between the ranch and his family, and in Yellowstone Season 5, he has. After a conversation with his son indicates Tate doesn't see himself running the Yellowstone ranch, Kayce plots a course for his family's future and goes full speed ahead. After his actions cause the state to reopen the investigation into John Dutton's death and rule it a homicide, Kayce contacts an old Navy SEAL buddy and hunts down the man responsible. Instead of exacting vengeance and killing Grant Horton, Matt Gerald, Kayce counts coup in Yellowstone Season 5, Episode 12. Kayce's unwillingness to murder Grant or Jamie, Wes Bentley, and compromise his safety may save the youngest Dutton in Yellowstone Season 5's finale. A curse seems to follow the Dutton family, and it's inherently tied to their struggle to keep their massive Montana ranch. Tragedy saturates the 1883 Yellowstone prequel, where James, Tim McGraw, and Margaret, Faith Hill, Dutton make a northwestern journey from Texas to Montana. The Duttons travel with their children, John, Audie Rick, and Elsa, Isabel May. Elsa meets a tragic fate in 1883, causing her family to end their travels abruptly and settle in Montana. Elsa's sad demise, cast in harm's way because of her father's dream, marks the first time the Duttons fatally suffer for their land. The Yellowstone saga continues to center on tragedy in 1923, when Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren take over the ranch as Jacob and Kara Dutton. James Dutton's brother and his wife move to Montana after they receive news of James' untimely fate, and when they arrive, Margaret Dutton is dead. While Jacob and Kara raise James and Margaret's children as their own, war breaks out, and the middle child, John, James Badge Dale, dies in the crossfire. Tragedy surrounds the Duttons' attempt to maintain their legacy, which continues with Lee Dutton's Yellowstone death in the modern era and capped with John Dutton IE's fate. By prioritizing his immediate family, Kayce may avoid his family's curse and live to see another day when all is said and done at the Yellowstone Dutton Ranch. Kayce's decision to act in the best interest of his family rather than maintain the Dutton family legacy proves he isn't willing to die for the ranch, and the decision could save his life. As the Yellowstone story comes to a head in the Season 5 finale, Kayce's decisions highlight his deep alliance with the Broken Rock tribe, with his connections to Mo and Thomas Rainwater, Jill Birmingham, guiding his course. The saga of the Dutton family in Yellowstone has always been defined by a mix of rugged resilience and tragic inevitability. The so-called Dutton curse has loomed large over the series, manifesting as a string of untimely deaths, fractured relationships, and an unyielding cycle of violence. Yet in Season 5, a pivotal decision by Kayce Dutton hints at the possibility of breaking this generational curse. By choosing a path that diverges from the Dutton family's relentless pursuit of land and power, Kayce may have sown the seeds for redemption and renewal, not just for himself, but for his entire lineage. The burden of the Dutton legacy. The Duttons have always been bound to their land, the sprawling Yellowstone Ranch. This connection is both their strength and their undoing. For generations, the family has fought tooth and nail to defend their territory against an unending array of adversaries. However, this fierce loyalty to the land has come at a steep cost. Bloodshed, betrayal, and heartbreak are as much a part of the ranch's history as its rolling hills and rugged terrain. Kayce, the prodigal son, has always straddled the line between two worlds: the brutal pragmatism of his father, John Dutton, and the spiritual connection to nature embodied by his wife, Monica, and her Native American heritage. This duality makes Kayce unique among the Duttons and positions him as a potential bridge between the conflicting forces that define the family's legacy. His decision in Season 5 marks a significant departure from the traditional Dutton way of handling conflict and legacy, offering a glimmer of hope for a new future. Kayce's vision quest, a foreshadowing of change. One of the most profound moments in Kayce's journey came during his vision quest in Season 4. Guided by Native American rituals, Kayce saw clarity and purpose in the face of mounting personal and familial turmoil. The visions he experienced were cryptic yet deeply symbolic, hinting at a crossroads in his life. He saw two paths, each fraught with challenges and sacrifices, but ultimately leading to vastly different outcomes. The vision quest was more than a moment of introspection for Kayce. It was a narrative turning point. It suggested that breaking the cycle of violence and tragedy required a fundamental shift in priorities and values. Kayce's decision to step back from the ranch's day-to-day operations in Season 5 and focus on his family and their well-being could be interpreted as an attempt to choose the path less traveled, a path that prioritizes love and healing over power and control. Prioritizing family over land. Throughout Yellowstone, the Duttons have often prioritized the preservation of their land above all else, even at the expense of their relationships. John Dutton's unyielding focus on the ranch has alienated his children and led to countless sacrifices. Kayce, however, appears to be taking a different approach. By choosing to put his wife and children first, he's breaking with the family tradition of sacrificing personal happiness for the ranch. In Season 5, Kayce's decision to leave the ranch and move closer to Monica's family on the Broken Rock Reservation is a radical departure from the Dutton norm. This move symbolizes a rejection of the toxic cycle that has plagued his family for generations. By embracing a life that prioritizes community and connection over territorial dominance, Kayce is not only redefining his own values, but also setting a powerful example for the next generation. Healing through connection. Another critical aspect of Kayce's decision is its potential to foster healing and reconciliation. The Duttons' history is riddled with conflicts, not just with external enemies, but also within their own family. Kayce's choice to embrace Monica's culture and build a life rooted in mutual respect and understanding represents a step toward bridging the divides that have long fractured the family. This shift is particularly significant given the strained relationship between the Duttons and the Native American community. By aligning himself with Monica's heritage and prioritizing their shared future, Kayce is challenging the entrenched animosities that have defined his family's interactions with the reservation. This act of reconciliation could pave the way for a more harmonious coexistence, breaking the cycle of conflict that has perpetuated the Dutton curse. Kayce's decision is also deeply tied to his role as a father. The tragic death of his son, John, in Season 5 underscores the fragility of life and the devastating consequences of the Duttons' relentless pursuit of power. This loss serves as a wake-up call for Kayce, prompting him to reevaluate his priorities and commit to creating a better future for his surviving children. By choosing to prioritize his family's emotional and spiritual well-being, Kayce is taking a stand against the destructive patterns that have defined the Dutton legacy.